I'm Catherine from Taste of Home. Today I'm making Parmesan scones. These scones have some sauteed onions and garlic, and I'm going to start by putting a little olive oil in my pan. I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of really finely chopped onions. And I'm just going to saute them until they're nice and soft and translucent. So I'm going to add in 6 cloves of garlic that's minced. Stir it around a little bit and just cook it for 1 more minute. Okay, I think we're done. That was about a minute. And I'm just going to set this aside while I mix up the dry ingredients. I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to mix that around a little bit because I want everything to be distributed really well before I add the wet ingredients. This will help it all get combined without overmixing. And then I've got 4 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. So with scones and biscuits and quick breads, you never want to overmix because the less I work the dough, the more tender it's going to be. So I've got my dry ingredients combined, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of really cold whipping cream. Now some scone recipes are going to call for ice cold butter. Whipping cream is going to have the same effect as cold butter, and it doesn't have to be mixed very much at all. At this point, I'm just going to turn this out to my surface, and I'm going to knead the ingredients together very gently. I'm just going to knead it 10 times, no more. So it certainly isn't a smooth finished dough, and it doesn't need to be. We're going to just gently knead it together, not like you would knead a regular yeast dough, because we don't want to work this dough. So now that I have my dough all made, I'm going to divide this into 2 portions, and then I'm going to pat each into a 6-inch circle. If you want your scones to be a little thinner, you can pat it out to about 8 inches. That's probably what I'm going to do today. I have this mat that has all of the lines measured out for me, so it takes the guessing game out of it. And this will give me scones that are all about the same size. So I've got these patted out. I'm going to cut each into 6 triangles. And then I'm just going to line them up onto my baking sheet. I'm going to add a little extra Parmesan cheese on the top. It adds a little visual interest when the Parmesan browns up in the oven, and who doesn't like a little more cheese? That's good. Now we're ready to bake. So here are the baked scones. This is a savory scone that I made today. It can be served just as is with some butter by itself, or you can make it into a sandwich. This would make a great sandwich with some deli meat and lettuce and tomato and a nice aioli. The method is the same whether you're making a sweet scone or a savory scone. For this scone recipe and more, visit us at tasteofhome.com.